Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's still your favorite girl, Eccentric Nana, and I'm happy that you're back. If you're dropping by for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe, to like, and to comment. And if you're an old timer and you've done all these things, thank you so much. I'm glad I was able to bring you back to my page. So today's episode is particularly for our book lovers in the house. And if you're not a book lover, still watch, because I'm sure there'll be one or two or maybe even 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 books that will catch your interest and make you to want to pick up a book to start reading. So this episode is for everyone. So let's get right into what we have today. I'm going to be reviewing 6 out of 10 books that I've read in 1 week. 1 minute silence for me, because I did great. 6 out of 10 books, and these books are not Ada is a boy kind of book or Obi is a girl kind of. Ada is a girl kind of book and Obi is a boy kind of book. Well, whatever it is, it's not those kind of books. These are books. Some of them happen to be biographies of people, and some of them happen to be fictional, some others non-fictional. So I mean that I give myself an A+ for finishing 10 books in 1 week. I was not in any competition, mind you. I just picked interest in reading because I wasn't going out much for the past 1 week, and I decided to do something productive with my time. So I did something. So let's see what the books are. The first book I'm going to be reviewing is this one. The name is Second Class Citizen. It's written by Buchi Emecheta. He said this particular book. This book got me so annoyed. For some reason, I did not know it was the biography of a beautiful and elegant, intelligent writer. I always thought, when I started reading the book, I had so much anger bottled in me because of what happened in the book. I had so much resentment bottled up in me as well. And the resentment and anger grew when I realized that it was biography of a Nigerian woman. Yes, a Nigerian woman. See. Okay, let me just give a rundown of what happens in this particular book. Now, this Second Class Citizen was written by Buchi Emecheta. This Buchi Emecheta is a woman who was born in Lagos in 1944, and she was orphaned at an early age, and so she had to start living with extended family members who didn't treat her so well, who wouldn't even give her money to go to school. She had to live with family members who did not think that educating the girl child was important. They just wanted to educate her brother. At the end of the day, they will marry her off to an old person, and life will just move on. And she herself, being a resilient young lady, did not want that for herself. So she had to keep pushing. She kept pushing till she was able to even attend the university and to graduate. And then she was able to pick the man that she wanted to get married to her. So something girls her age didn't have such liberty to do. She was able to do that because she was quite resilient. Now, but she happened to marry a young man. In quotes, a young man. He was quite older than herself, but he was younger than whatever her family was bringing to her table as a young 19-18-year-old. She was able to move to London. She moved to London with him after much tussle, and they started having kids. So, as at the age of 21, she had like 4 children. Yes, 4 children at the age of 21, 22. The man did not want her to use birth control, so she just kept giving birth and he wasn't even taking care of the children. That is the most annoying part. She took care of her children up until the moment she left the man. So I'm not going to give you full details. So go pick it up and read. It's an interesting read, trust me. I'm just giving you a rundown of what it is, and it is a true life story. Buchi Emecheta is late now, but this book is evergreen. Trust me. Now, our second book is I Did Not Come to You by Chance. Yes, that's the name of the book. It's written by Adobe Trisha Mubali. This is a book about a young boy, a first son, Kingsley Ibe. For those of you who are firstborns, you have a lot of responsibility, not just responsibility of looking after your siblings, but responsibility of looking after yourself, your family, your upcoming family, and your siblings, younger siblings are looking up to you, and your family is also looking up to you to not embarrass and disgrace them. There is a lot of pressure. And then being in Nigeria, the setting of this book is in Nigeria, in Abia State actually. So being in that kind of setting and being a jobless young firstborn is not something that most people look forward to at all. It's a very discomforting thing. So that's what this book is about. It's about a young boy named Kingsley Ibe. Yes, Kingsley Ibe. Now, Kingsley Ibe happened to attend Federal University of Technology, Owerri, that's FUTO for short, and he had this uncle who went into 419, what we call Yahoo. And his uncle was very rich, extremely wealthy. He had a lot of money. And imagine having an uncle like that and your family is suffering just because of morals. The family believed that, oh no, they can't take filthy money. They don't know what he's doing. He's doing something illegal. So nobody, should go to him. And that man was his mother's younger brother. And the man was always willing to reach out to them. I mean, he was always willing to help them. But the mom's like, no, you're Christians and morals and everything. Even when he could get Kingsley a job, they were like, no, God will give you the job. You have to work, you have to keep. And Kingsley kept trying, he kept doing his best. But Nigeria just wanted to be Nigeria to Kingsley. So yeah, pick up this book and read it. It's interesting. I did not come to you by chance. And guess what? It is the winner of the Commonwealth Writers Prize, Best First Book, Africa. Tell me why you won't pick this book and read. Super interesting. And guess what? He had a girlfriend who dumped him for a richer, older, ugly man. Because her mother was like, oh, Kingsley's not getting a job, Kingsley's not forthcoming, you have to leave Kingsley, you have to go and get a richer man, you're not getting any younger. I mean, she was patient, yes, right from their university days up until when he graduated and everything, but he kept doing his best. Any little money he got, he would get her provisions, visit her in school. But I mean, it just wasn't enough for the mom. She was getting older, biology clock was ticking down, and the mom wasn't comfortable. I mean, Kingsley kept saying he would get a job, the job wasn't forthcoming. And so that pushed him to enter into the 419 business with his uncle. So pick it up and read. I'm sure you've already seen a favorite between those two. So our third book is titled My Sister, the Serial Killer. But you're thinking, oh, is this real? Is this true? Is this? Yeah, so she's actually a serial killer, as the book said. Not like a serial killer in the mind. They're natural. She kills people, and then she acts like, oh. I mean, she calls it self-defense. She kills her boyfriends. She kills guys that are interested in her. She kills guys that she has a thing, even if it's just a fling. As far as they live together or she or something, she just kills them. She's like that. So, and she will call it self-defense. I mean, this book is crazy. It's crazy because when I started reading it, I was like, what in the heaven's name is going on? But then I realized that she's a psychopath and nobody in her family was seeing it except her elder sister. Her sister, who happens to be a nurse who has a crush on the doctor in the hospital where she works, she happens to be the person that covers up for her younger sister, because when they were little, their dad was quite abusive to them and she's always been covering up for her. So I mean, that whole thing just stuck in her head that, okay, this is my sister, I have to be responsible for her protection, I have to be responsible for her guidance, even when she's a freaking adult, for God's sake. Anyway, she keeps covering up for her, hiding the bodies, cleaning every evidence that could be used against them if caught. And then one time, they almost got caught. I'm not going to tell you how they got caught. Pick up the book and read. It's called My Sister, the Serial Killer. It's written by Oyikon White. So pick it up and read. It is a really good book. Now, if you're thinking of killing someone and hiding the evidence, please don't pick up this book. But if not, then pick it up and read and thank me later. Yeah, well, our fourth book is titled What Happened to Janet Uzo, and it's written by Miracle Emeka. Igbo people doing great things. Now, I'm not being biased here, but I mean, I'm just saying. So this book is a great read. It's a great read, especially for secondary school students. It's based in a secondary school setting where this group of friends, have one of their friends killed. Or rather, one of the friends in the group of friends got murdered. I mean, she's a great swimmer, but somehow she managed to drown on that particular day. Sounds fishy, right? Like, how is someone who is very good at swimming, like all her life, she wins competitions in swimming, and then she just happens to drown? And then when her body is taken for autopsy, the nurse says, well, there's really not enough water in her lungs to make her drown. So she definitely did not drown. So what happened? Let's find out. Now, this 5th book is titled Sankofa, a novel. It's written by Chibundu Onuzo. I'm not going to say anything about the book again because, I mean, it's obvious. Very obvious. It's written by Chibundu Onuzo. This particular book is about a young lady who is British. Her name is Anna. I mean, all her life she has known that she is biracial. She has known that she had an African father. She has always known that she's not really British, but she was brought up in a British setting. Her mom is British, her grandparents from her maternal side are all British, But she's always had, different hair. Her hair has always been colored differently. She's always had curls, and she's always asked her mother about her paternal side. And her mom is always defensive over that, not wanting to give her the real and true story about her father. But then she finds something when she's going through her mother's belongings. Let's find. Now, her mother is late, and Anna is married with a daughter. She's in between getting a divorce because her husband of over 26 years cheated with his secretary that she was always suspecting. See, men will dirty your white. Even if you're wearing orange, even if it's black or ash you are wearing, men will dirty it. I don't know why you keep doing this rubbish. Anyway, she's in between getting a divorce with her husband of 26 years. Her daughter is 25 years, by the way. And she finds something when she's going through her mother's belongings. She finds a letter that is apparently from her father that has been addressed to her mother over the years. And she's wondering why her mother never mentioned it to her. Well, let's see if she does get this book and find out, because she definitely took up that letter and she did something about it. So let's know what she did. Pick it up. Sankofa, a novel. I'm sure you're wondering, where did she see this interesting book? Well, I don't know. I happen to have great blogs. Like I said earlier on, I come from a family of, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I come from a family of people who love reading. So these books just happen to be things that we used to pass time in my house that we come from. And when I tell other people that I've been taking my time for the past 2 weeks to read, and they're like, what are you reading? You have an exam coming. I'm like, no. It's pretty much like you watching TV or playing your FIFA or playing your COD or doing something else. It's pretty much that. It's like leisure. But I mean, this time I'm more intentional because I wanted to read more. When you read, you learn and realize that you actually don't know much like you think you know. And I mean, these books are definitely a read. Once you pick them up, you just realize that, you cannot really drop them. I know that you know. So I mean, why not just pick up these books and find out? We are not done. Remaining one more book, so let's get right into that book. So our 6th and last book for our review today is titled Arrows of Rain, and it's written by Oke Indibe. This particular one, I think it should be one of the first 3 books I read, because I know Sankofa was the last, or second to the last actually. But I think this Arrows of Rain should be one of the first few books I read. This particular book, it's about a prostitute who they found dead by the sea, and they happen to see a mentally deranged or mentally ill man around the dead body, and obviously accusing fingers will point at, like, he did it, he killed her, he's not okay, he's mentally deranged. But when that mentally deranged man, in quotes, is not a mentally deranged man, just a man who is lost in his inner world, what can we say about that? Did he or did he not kill her? Now, this mentally deranged man happened to be a journalist. Yes, he's not undercover, relax, he's not undercover. He's just a man who happened to be lost in his world. I mean, when trauma makes you get lost? Yes, that's what happened. He got lost in that world and he just remained there. He didn't bath, he didn't brush his teeth. Everybody thought him to be someone that is not okay. And he is very, very okay. It's just that he is particularly lost. Now, there are 2 people who believe that he is very well, who know that he's very well. One is his doctor, who was assigned to him when he was finally arrested for the murder of that prostitute without any evidence, so just like they assume that he's a mad person, so obviously he would kill her. And then the second person is a reporter who got keenly interested in his story and started to do a story about him. So let's find out if they unravel the truth about the prostitute. Now, besides being keenly interested as a journalist in that man's story, this little young journalist happened to realize that he may have connections with this man. And I mean not just connections, I mean connections like family ties that are holding them down. Now, that makes it more interesting, Abby. Well, I won't tell you much about the novel, just pick it up and then find out. This is a fantastic read. Our books are Arrows of Rain by Okindide, Sankofa by Chibundo Onuzo, What Happened to Janet Ozo by Miracle Emeka Onkwo, My Sister, the Serial Killer by Oyikon Bright White, I Do Not Come to You by Chance by Adobe Trisha Nwobani, and Buchi Emechita on Second Class Citizen. These are 6 fantastic books that you should read if you're a book lover. And if you're not a book lover, pick up one of these books and read. I'm sure they will pick and increase that interest that you've been killing. Go and read book. Go and read book. You go and read book. So speaking is an as English. Hope you enjoyed this episode on our book reviews. And my dress is from Karina Stitches. She is a young seamstress based in Owerri, Imo State of Nigeria. So if you're in the environs of Imo State, please do well to patronize her. She's really, really good. I mean, look at how I look, so African. Yes, I'm African Nigerian by blood. Even though right now, I mean, that's like a very sad thing to say, but I mean, if we have better government anyway. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these books, and these are books that would keep you away from what's happening with all the negative energy that you see on social media. Anyway, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for referring people to my page. Do not forget, I am Eccentric Nana, and this is my safe space. Yes, my safe space. You heard it right. So welcome to my safe space. I hope you enjoy. So till I see you guys next time, do not forget to subscribe, to like, and to comment. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Do have a wonderful day.